How you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and today's video is to answer some of the common questions we hear all the time from folks about to buy a drum kit for the very first time, especially for beginners or young kids. I've been playing drums since I was 4 years old. Drums and music have enriched my life in more ways than I can possibly tell you, and I'm so thankful my dad went out and bought me that very first drum kit. The first question we'll start off with today is, should you buy an electronic kit or an acoustic kit? You have to weigh the fact of, is the noise a problem for you or not at your house? Do you live in an apartment, in a high-rise, or somewhere where noise is just not an option at all? Then, of course, there's tons of great electronic options. But if you have a house with a basement or a room in the back where you can make some noise, then I would recommend buying an acoustic kit. When that young player gets out into the world to play with their school band or their church band or any other band, they'll have a much more solid foundation on how to make music with others and how to manipulate the volume from the very beginning. A lot of high schools and grade schools do not have electronic drum kits sitting in the corner, but they have a lot of snare drums, cymbals, cowbells, a lot of acoustic instruments. So start them on an acoustic instrument right from the very beginning. The second question we'll talk about today is the size of the drum kit. There's a lot of great options out there for young kids who are small in stature, 10 years old and younger. Check out one of the many junior drum kits we have to offer here at Sweetwater. Junior because they're small in size. They fit smaller kids. When a young kid sits down at a normal sized drum kit, the kick drum might come all the way up to the kid's chin. You want the kid to sit down and be comfortable when they're reaching for the toms or reaching for the cymbals. And those junior drum kits do a great job at that. The next thing I want to cover is shell packs. What is a shell pack? It's kind of a confusing term, but it's really just another name for a drum kit. Shell packs do not normally come with snare drums. Reason being is when you get into the higher end, more professional end of drum kits, a lot of times drummers like to buy different snare drums for their kits. They don't have to match in color. They can be a totally different material, metal, wood, what have you. So shell packs are just the toms and kick drum normally. One great thing about the junior and or beginner drum kits is that most of the time they come with everything you need for that first time player to get started right away. They'll come with a snare, they'll come with the cymbals, heads, seat, even sticks. A question we hear all of the time here at Sweetwater is, how do we make drums quieter? The first thing I'll tell you, and I'll tell this to drummers who are professionals, mid-level, and or beginners, is that you have to play the drums quieter. Hit them softer. But there are many products out there on the market that do make drums quieter. For instance, there are mesh heads you can put on the toms, kick drum, and snare drum. They take away a lot of the volume. You still have tone, but they do feel different than a regular plastic head. The cymbal manufacturers out there have come up with a really ingenious way of bringing down volume of cymbals. Drilling little holes in specific areas throughout the cymbal really brings down the volume quite a bit. And if you don't want to go that route, you can always get some tea towels and put them on the drums, and your drums will be a lot quieter. The topics I covered today are just a few things you should consider when buying that first-time drum kit. If you have any questions, just give Sweetwater a call or leave a comment below.